Morning watchers, Scott at SE Landscaping, and that what you just saw was a new hayter harrier I purchased a few weeks ago. And the reason that one was purchased instead of the professional was £500 difference, and it'll only get used on 2 jobs, which might sound a bit severe to buy it, but it's something I've wanted and it'll come in handy. And yes, it's not a pro version, but it'll do the job. However, come back to today. As you can see in the background, we've got palm trees and we're currently in Portugal for the school holidays. And reason being, in the past, for years and years, building a business, working 50 weeks a year, very little time off. The last few years, as I've explained on previous videos, I've changed my stance and we're having more time off, more breaks away with the family. So school holidays, a nice small weekly trip to Portugal, and just before the silly season starts, really, because it's going to go nuts before long, as everybody knows, and you need a rest. Not so much for the domestic guys, because a lot of you guys have sort of a few weeks off once the season's finished, or some have months, a couple of months off, but commercial, who work right the way through, need a break before silly season starts. So this year I decided we'd have a week away, and it'll just mean that when we get back we can hit the ground running, but refreshed. Not boiling over here, not pool weather, but 19-20 degrees, which is good enough for a break. So it's all good. We're just in the south of Portugal. But coming back to workload, recently in my area, our local councils decided that, I think I mentioned a few videos ago that I was getting rid of my schools due to various things and cutting back, but my local councils just decided to give up 150 schools in my local area. Now, roughly, if each one of them is worth £3,000, you're talking neck on £500,000 for someone to jump into. Huge shortage of contractors in County Durham, which means that I've been inundated with emails this week while I've been away of people wanting me to come price jobs, and I've just produced a generic email basically to all these people saying that we can't do the work that they want, for various reasons. And where I can do, I've recommended other people, but a lot of the time there's going to be a huge shortage in the northeast. And obviously, where I gave the school 6 months notice, the county council have given them about 3 weeks before sort of things need to be done. So it's not very good on their part. And like I say, the main reason is they're not making money. That's where it comes from. And I'll tell you a tale about a school I priced a few years ago, and I had it for 3 years. They got a new finance director in. The site was lovely, had the site looking lovely. It was in Newton Aycliffe, just on my doorstep, Newton Aycliffe Village Primary School, and the staff loved what we did. However, new finance director arrived and we lost the job to the county council, and they were half the price because they price everything on square meterage, which doesn't always work on big areas and little areas. You can't do it. So I spoke to the caretaker 6 months in, and they were appalled at the quality, but there was nothing they could do because this crazy woman decided that she would get a new contractor in. So the crux of it was that they're doing work for next to nothing. They go into some sites at schools, and because they're pricing per square metre, they're doing a job. They send 2 men to a job for an hour, and some jobs might only be making £20 or £30. And this is our money, this is the taxpayers' money. So you can see why they're pulling out of it instead of pricing things properly like everybody else does. The good news is now it gives contractors a gap to up the prices and get proper money on schools, because it's always been a low area to make money in the northeast, well, in County Durham. So by them leaving this gap now, it means, yes, schools' budgets are going to be shot to bits this year because they'll have already budgeted for the paltry amount they pay in the councils. But the good news is any contractors in the northeast at the moment looking for work, ring your local schools and email your local schools, because there are jobs there. So just a short one today, but I hope it helps, and I hope anybody who's looking for work can get some work out of this, and like I say, price accordingly, because the competition in the northeast isn't going to be great, and these people are going to be desperate, so make sure you make money out of it. And have a good week, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.